Hey everybody, Women Carry Knives here. Welcome back. Today on the table we are going to be taking a look at the Ohlone shark. So most of you know, or some of you may not know, that I received an Ohlone goat from Eugene Kwan to review, and happened to have another friend reach out to me. His name is Chris, Thai Addiction. And he said, hey, I have a shark and I want you to review it. So I was able to get his shark in hand. Absolutely loved it. We recently had a NorCal knife meetup, and I actually had the pleasure of meeting Derek, who is the owner of Ohlone Knives. And he had some of the knives there that were coming up, or knives that were out. Now, this is one that he had there. And this is the Ohlone shark, and I absolutely fell in love with it. It is just such a great little knife, and I have to tell you, Derek is just awesome. He is such a great guy. It was such a pleasure meeting him, you know, talking to him about the protos that are out now, talking about what's coming up, all around, just a really, really down-to-earth guy. And again, it was so great to finally meet, you know, the maker behind the knife that I love so much. So, yes, I did go ahead and pick this one up. I got it in hand, absolutely fell in love with it, and had to grab one. So, these normally go for $149. I'm actually not sure if they're in stock online right now or not, so I do apologize for that. But, let's get into some specs. You have this great M390 Tanto blade with this great polished finish. Beautiful, beautiful, just sleek and stabby, small. Well done. I really do like it. It is all titanium handle and clip, and you have this anodized purple or blurple, this blue purple, this blurple color. And it has just such a wonderful feel in hand. It's not bulky by any means. It feels really good for its size. It being a smaller knife, definitely. Super, super smooth. It does run on steel bearings, but it is absolutely a fidget factor knife. To do a little size comparison, pardon me, you guys, I've been sick for a couple weeks. No, it's not COVID. I actually just got tested the other day, and I am negative. Woo! So a little size comparison. You've got the bug out there, which is going to show you that this is a small knife. So, by any means, if I brought, you know, my husband Therapeutic Edge in here and he put his hands on that, you would see how small it is for, well, he's got giant hands. So, okay, if we take a look at it next to the rat, you can see how small that is. So, you know, really, it's a compact knife, but it's a great little compact knife. Now, you're not getting a, you know, small, cheap blade. This is just a chunk of steel. You see that? Its heft is really, really good. So we take a look at it here. You're getting a 3-inch blade. Your handle is just shy of 4 inches there. So your overall length is going to be just shy of, you know, 6.5, if I can count, about 6, yeah, a little over 6.5 inches, almost 6 3/4 inches. That's a really good size. And being that it's at 2.8 ounces, almost 3 ounces, you know, it is a little chunk of titanium. It feels wonderful in hand. Now, for those of you that like lanyards, by the way, you do have your little lanyard hole in the back here. You can see that. There you go. I love the anodization on this. Now, on the video, I'm seeing right now that it really does look blue. If you get it in the right light, it's got that purple to it, which I'm just not, with the lighting in here, I'm just not going to get that in here. I can't really see the purple too much. And maybe you guys can. I don't know that. Right about there, it looks like. Again, it is small. It's super, super pocket friendly. I have used it, and I absolutely love the blade on this. It's small enough. I love using it to open boxes. I tend to open my boxes like this, so as, you know, depending on the box you have, the knife you have, you don't want to damage your box. It's great for opening boxes that way. I've already cut some cardboard with it. We were using it the other day. I was cutting up some, oops, see, I still have some stuff on there. I was cutting up some cardboard boxes, like I said, but I was also cutting up some cucumbers with it. So it is great in the kitchen. You know, wipe off your blades, keep them clean, make sure you oil them, take them apart, make sure they're clean once in a while. You know, absolutely keep up your knives. They're gonna last you a long time if you take care of them. Keywords, if you take care of them. You have a reversible pocket clip here. So this is right hand, left hand carry, which I'm sure most of you will love. Now, it does have your little space here. That is not going to be for Spidey flicking, because as you see, it disappears. Now, I've always been a huge fan of the rectangular shaped handles, because I believe that no matter the size of your hand, it's a good shape for ergonomically for any size hand, really. And I do love that about the knives. Like I said, you do have some jimping here. And like I said, this has been, I mean, just a fabulous little knife. I've used it for all kinds of things, not just in the kitchen for cutting up the vegetables. I used it for cutting a pork chop the other night, which was awesome. I was sitting out back the other day, and my dog had brought a stick in, so I started carving the stick, or, well, not carving it, but, you know, doing a little whittling there. Really just peeling it. But you know, so far, I have been super, super happy with this knife. I love that you can hold it back a little bit further, and you can see in my hand, I never really measured my hand, so if we want to measure width, you know, you're looking at about 3.5 inches. About 3.5 inches. So if you have that 3.5 inch spread, it's going to fit in your hand very, very comfortably. You can hold it back further. You know, it allows you to hold it back further depending on what you're doing. Or if you choose, you can choke up and get it more in your hand. So again, I love the fact that this is a rectangular, very straight handle, because I feel like it is, it's more ergonomically friendly. And I like that. This has been a fidget knife. When I picked this up, I mean, I played with it. I flipped it all the way home. It is so one-handed friendly. It's so smooth. Your detent on this, to me, is actually perfect. So as you're bringing it down, you know, it's not too stiff. It's not too light. It's just an all-around great little knife. And I'm really glad to add this one to my collection. If you guys have a chance to get one out there, you know, definitely grab one. Now, I try not to review anything that I don't really like. Now, once in a while, I might. But if I don't like it, I don't think there's a point for me to review it, because I'm not here to blast any makers and say what a terrible knife it is. What I do is review what I have. So if it's one that I have, maybe it's one that I'm selling, maybe it's one that somebody gave to me to review, I'm absolutely going to. If a company does ask me to review their knife and give an honest opinion, then you may hear the not so good side of the knife if I don't like it. But otherwise, I truly don't choose to do knife reviews on slamming people or, you know, knives that I just don't like. But this one, not only is it a great knife, great quality, but again, Derek from Ohlone Knives, Derek Costa, just a great person all around. You know, if we ever get to a knife show again and you guys happen to be out there, look for Ohlone Knives. If he's there, go say hi to Derek. Talk to him for a few. He's just a real outstanding guy. But again, this has been the Ohlone Shark M390 Tonto blade with this beautiful polished finish, titanium handle and clip in purple, or blue-purple, blurple. Steel bearings. Definitely one that, you know, for those of you that like the smaller knives or even the Tonto blades, grab one if you can find one. They're absolutely awesome, and I'm super glad I was able to add one to my collection. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Again, this has been the Ohlone Shark. I will put a link to his webpage down in my description. Feel free to leave a comment. I love talking to you guys. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you here all the time. Go ahead and check out one of my other videos over there. And thank you so much for joining me. Until next time.